Hi, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Rich Bassini. I want to start off by saying thank you to Anchor for letting me create this podcast. Or I should say, through Anchor. Thank you so much for letting me, create this podcast. And this is going to be episode 8. I'm sorry I haven't gotten around to keeping up with this here. I've been kind of busy with the YouTube channel and with the eBay business and stuff like that. So I've been outsourcing and doing a lot of other things in between. What I want to talk about tonight is actually it's a late night. It's going on. Was it going on here? 10 p.m. over here. I'm in the East Coast of New York, and I just want to share with you guys some stuff about a little eBay talk, and basically um, I want to talk about changes I'm going to be making to my YouTube channel. But before we start, let's talk about eBay. All right. I've been on eBay since July of 1999. Been on and off. I had a full-time job. I got laid off back in 2016. And ever since then, it's been, really crazy. I mean, it's a really crazy time in my life. Um, Trying to keep up with the everyday workload. Now, some people may say, "Well, what are you doing actually? What are you doing for money?" Well, I have a government check coming into me every month. Um, but the thing is, with this, what's going on within the economy and stuff like that, I find eBay to being kind of slow for me. People, I say, what does the economy have to do with it? Well, if you watch the news, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's with everything going up, gas going up, food going up, and I think this is just the beginning. Um, I think like they say, the best is yet to come. I think the worst is yet to come. Um, the economy affects people when it comes to, spending money. If you don't feel confident, or if you're in fear that you may lose your job, or, you might think the economy is going to tank or something like that. It's going to, it's not going to be good and stuff like that. It kind of hurts it sways their thinking about spending money. I know when I hear news like that, it makes me think twice about going out and buying that new digital camera that I could use for my for my YouTube, channel. Um, so it kind of like puts a damper on things. I don't want to be, for one, to put myself in a situation like that there where, you know, I'm just riding the wake and seeing what's going on here within, with the economy and stuff. It's kind of scary. I'll be honest with you. eBay for this month, this is the last day. Today is March 31st, 2021. And it's been really slow. But the funny thing I have to honestly say in regards to talking about this eBay business, I've been on other channels, and there are people out there still making money every day. I follow a couple people, but I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to talk about them. I'm not going to, this is my podcast, and I'm not going to, not that I'm saying I don't want to promote anybody else's business or give shout outs, but, you know, they're doing very well. These people I follow, they're making sales every day. As a matter of fact, one guy I was following, he said that if he doesn't do between 10 or 15 sales a day, he feels really really upset. I'm saying, geez, if I can only do 10 or 15 sales a week, I'd be happy. This guy is, if he doesn't do 10 or 15 sales a day, he considers himself doing, I would consider that great, for me, I'm a small volume seller. And there are people still making money, even though we're in the crazy times that we're in. Okay. One guy I was following, well, actually, it was the same guy. He brought somebody on, supposedly had made $100,000 a year on eBay. I'm not saying it's impossible that people can't make money on eBay. I'm not saying that at all. But the thing that gets me with eBay and with the sellers that talk about it, is when they sit there and tell people in order to get higher in search rankings, you got to source every day. You got to go out and source every day. You got to go out and buy new merchandise every day. And for some people, don't have that budget. I, for one, I'm on a strict budget. I can't go every day to thrift stores and buy stuff every single day. I can't do it. It's not my budget. I can't spend $100 a week or $200 a week. I don't know what these guys spend, and buying merchandise, to put up on eBay. I can't do it. I'm on a very strict budget. So let's say let's say these guys are doing it then. They're spending 400 a week. 100 a week, that's $400 a month. For some people, $400 a month, that could pay a car bill. That could go part towards your utilities or whatever, house bills or whatever. I don't have that kind of clout right now to do that. But I have to say, honestly, I did have at one point, on my eBay listings, I was almost close to 400 listings. And I tried that already. I tried doing like when they're telling you, oh, you got to keep listing every day. The more you list, the higher you go in search ranking. And I tell you the truth, I don't really find that to be true. But I'm just saying on my own behalf. Okay. Some people may make the difference, say, "Oh, you're wrong. I don't believe in that. Dad. What you're saying is wrong. That's not right." But no, seriously, I've revised my listings. I changed the categories if they're wrong, or I just experiment with them. And I don't seem to be making. It doesn't seem to be doing. I tried promoted listings. I tried making offers to watches, and to be honest with you, I'm trying every trick in the book, and it doesn't seem to be working for me. So, I don't know. I don't know what people think. I don't know. Maybe people think, well, maybe I don't know how to run the business or whatever, but eBay is not rocket science. Plain and simple. It's not rocket science. It doesn't take a person with an MBA to run an eBay business. It's very simple to run. To start. You could start this on a shoestring budget, so to speak. There's not really much to it. All it is basically eBay is an online garage sale website is what it is to me. That's how I look at it. Seriously. Instead of going to people's houses, you're going on eBay. You're doing it online. But for those people who want to get involved with selling on eBay, it's not rocket science. Look, I said it before in my YouTube videos, and I'll say it now. All you need to do, if you're going to get involved with eBay, is register with them for free. Now with the managed payment, you'll have to set up your financial, account with them, because now I don't know if I think it still holds forth. All the newcomers coming in are going to have to sign up for the managed payment. That's eBay's managed payment processing service now that they offer. So when you sign up with them, then you're pretty much good to go. Once you get your financial account attached and all that stuff there, now the time is to start getting merchandise to put up on eBay. But I always tell people, if you're going to get involved with it, you don't have to buy a $1,000 camera to take pictures for eBay. You can go to Walmart and pick up a camera for 50, 60 bucks. Something, even your cell phone would take good pictures. I know a lot of people that use their cell phones to take photos of their listings on eBay, and they come out really good. So you don't have to do that if you have an iPhone or any type of phone. You don't need to do that. And then the other thing is if you don't have much and then, well, the thing I was going to say is then you would look for stuff around the house that you're going to sell. In other words, if you were going to have a yearly garage sale, instead of having a yearly garage sale where you're set up in your driveway or your garage or whatever, what you want to do now, instead of doing it that way, just take those items that you were going to start in the garage, set up in a garage sale, and take photos and put them up on eBay. That's it. Do your comps, your pricing comps. Make sure everything is, you're not too high, too low in your pricing, and put it in the right categories. Give it a good title. Make sure your description is very definitive, and you're good to go. And then if you don't have enough merchandise to put out, then it's a different. Then what you would do then is just go to again. You're going to hear this from everybody else. You go to your local thrift store. You go to go to yard sales. You go to Goodwill. You go to Salvation Army. You go to your basic places to get merchandise to put up on eBay, plain and simple. I mean, that's basically all you got to do. That's all you got to do. I'm sorry about the grandfather's clock going off. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? You remember that commercial? It's 10 p.m. over here in the East Coast of New York. I'm doing this podcast late. I have a little break in between, so I said I better do it now, or else I'll never get it done. So that's why I'm doing this podcast. Um, anyway, so that's basically it. But what I'm trying to say is, the other thing I want to talk about really quick is what we're eBay related is when I hear people sitting there saying, I'm going to be quitting my job and doing eBay full time. I have to, I tell you, when I hear that there, I cringe because I say to myself, these people, whoever they are, they're going to give up their job. Look, granted, a lot of people like a 9 to 5 job, the whole fun fee, whatever they got that thing there. You go to work on 5 days a week, 9 to 5. You're doing a job that you can't stand. You hate getting up in the morning to go there. But, and there is a but, think about the ramifications that come with it if you do give it up. Because let me tell you something, folks. When you have a job, a 9 to 5 job, good, bad, or indifferent, at least on a weekly basis, hopefully you're getting paid, unless the company goes bankrupt or whatever, or has layoffs, you're getting a paycheck every week. Okay, every week. Now, there are weeks that go by, I don't make sales. No sales, no money. Plain and simple. That's it. It's cut and dry. If you're a person that don't like salesmen, being like sales, I don't like sales. I never had a job that had sales. I am not a good salesman. I would never be a good salesman. So for me, so you might say, well, you're not doing as a living, but now you're doing for eBay. eBay is basically a hobby income for me. Okay. I'm right now, I have to honestly be honest with people. It's not a livable income. I am not, and I'm being upfront and honest. It's not a livable income. I am not making the money that I was making on my last job I had, where my job, the company outsourced the jobs, and I didn't want to get into that. They outsourced the jobs and they went overseas. Okay. That's why I am where I am today. Now, people could have said, well, when you got laid off, you got your severance package, blah, blah, blah. You go out, look for another job, basically in the same line of work. Who knows how long I'd be in there anyway? I'm getting older too. I didn't know people would even hire me because of my age. I'm not going to get into that part of it, but I am getting older. So the thing is, for me right now, I'm like between the devil and the deep blue sea here. It's either go for the gusto. I'm an optimistic person, by the way. I mean, even though the sales are stagnant for me, I mean, I still want to give it a shot before I throw the towel in. I'm not a quitter. I don't want to quit. Okay. But at the same time, I really would like to get this business to, make it work. If I know it's working for other people, it's just not working for me right now. But, yeah. And the thing I'm trying to say is, folks, if you're out there, you're thinking about, you want to do this full time and stuff like that. But all I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with pursuing a dream or a goal, whatever. But when it comes to quitting your job and doing this here full time, I'm telling you from an individual standpoint, it's not, the income I'm making is not equivalent to what I was doing on my job. Okay, just give you something to think about. Now you're going to do what you want to do regardless. What I tell you, if you listen to the whole podcast, whatever, that's totally up to you. Okay, but I'm telling you right now. I mean, I only fell into this because I went through 2 company layoffs and 1 company bankruptcy. All right, and it's a very stressful, bumpy road. Believe me, if I didn't have any money coming in, a check coming in every month, I would be doing a starving act, plain and simple. Okay, it's not like you think, folks. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you're going to get involved with this business, please do your research and please think twice about giving up your job, that your full time job that you have, where you're collecting a check every week. You got benefits, paid dental, paid health care, and all the perks that come with it. The last job I had, I had a pension, a 401k. I had paid sick holidays. I used to get bonus checks every year. All gone because the jobs went overseas. So please, if you're going to go that route, think about it. Okay, please think about it. but don't just pack in your job and give it up. Now, enough with the eBay stuff. I just may get a swig of water here. I am getting tired. Should be drinking coffee, but I had my fourth cup today. I had enough coffee. The other thing I want to talk about is making changes to my YouTube channel. Um, my YouTube channel it's slow growing, and I'm so grateful for the subscribers I have. I don't know if there are any subscribers that listen to my podcast, but I'm so grateful for the ones that are sticking by me. I had to make changes to my channel for the simple reason is every time I put out a video, not every time, but sometimes I put out a video, I lose 1 or 2 or 3 subscribers sometimes. I may gain 3 subscribers, lose 2. I may gain 2, lose 3. It's crazy. I am trying so hard to get this YouTube channel to hit the 1,000 subscriber mark. That's my milestone. PewDiePie, his milestone was 100 million, and he got it. God bless him. He's a good guy. I don't know him personally, but he's a good guy. That's my milestone. I would love to get 100 million. I'd love to get millions of subscribers. I'll probably never see that in my lifetime anyway. But that's besides the point. You never know. I always say, hey, you never know, right? Don't ever underestimate your situation in life. I may come out with a video that might be go viral. Who knows? That goes for everybody. But I've been finding recently, people might say, you're just realizing that now. I put a lot of time and effort into creating my videos, hours on end, doing research of the stuff I want to put out there to make to create the video. I do the reseller news and I do the Let's Talk eBay, and I'm also a vlogger. But when I do the reseller news, I'm being very cordial. Maybe people don't like the idea, but I say, this guy's trying to be a professional news guy. Look, I ain't no news guy. I don't have those degrees, a journalism degree or anything like that. Yes, I do start my YouTube channel off when I do the Reseller News. Hi, and welcome to Reseller News. My name is Rich Bassini. Today, like today, if I did one today, I'd say today's March 31st, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. I'd like to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content. You come back for more. And then I go on with the story. Then I'll tell people, I'll say, well, I got a couple windows open up. I want to share them with you. And then I give like a little disclaimer. The websites I have no affiliate links with them. And so, and the reason why I tell you to go to the websites is for the simple reason is they have active hyperlinks. In order to activate those hyperlinks, you need to go directly to the website. And again, I'm being upfront and honest. I don't have affiliate links with the websites I put on my YouTube channel. I don't. I use them as reference. I use them in coordinates with the stories I'm talking about, eBay related, e-commerce related, if you want to call it that. And I go through this every day. I get Google alerts like crazy about all the companies, eBay, Etsy, Amazon, Mercari, YouTube. I get them all. I get. There's a whole bunch of other ones, but what I do is I cherry pick the stories I want to share with people about and relate to eBay. Okay. Yeah, I get Amazon stories. I get mixed stuff with Mercari. I got Google alerts on all of them. I get even email notifications, and I have to pick and sift through what I want to put out there to share with the e-commerce sellers, the eBay sellers. But I've been finding lately, all of that work and time and research I'm doing, stuff like that, it's not paying off with subscribers. Seriously. I mean, when I put videos out like that, I look at the view counts, and I talked about this once before. I look at my view counts. I say, geez, I spent 5 hours creating the video, editing it, doing research on it, right? And all I got was 4 views. One video, I only had 2 views. I said, why am I wasting my time? Why am I wasting my time on a daily basis, sitting here, racking my head against the wall, trying to put out, which I do, I put out good, clean content, right? I don't discuss religion or politics on it, and I don't use profanity on my YouTube channel. And yet, I put out good stuff. I tell the people the information, the sites where I'm getting the information from. So they know I'm not like just throwing this stuff out there. Like I'm not just making this stuff up. And hours on hours research, stuff like that. And all I get is small views. 2 people, 4 people, 8 people. Even videos I did years ago still don't have a lot of views. The only ones that had a lot of views outside the reseller news and Let's Talk eBay, I'll be honest with you, are the ones when I did the demo videos and sneak peek videos, but mostly the demos. Those are the ones that got high views, thousands. One's got 47,000, one's got 36,000. They're in the thousands. The older ones from 2016, 2017, the demo videos. But the reseller news, I don't think people are really interested in reseller news, to be honest with you. I think a lot of eBay sellers out there, when I put the reseller news there, I don't think they really give hide or hair to it. They're probably like, who cares about the reseller news? I don't care what's going on with eBay. I don't care what's going on in the e-commerce world. I'm over here. I want to talk about eBay, like as far as like, what are you doing? How are your sales? What did you buy this week that you want to share it with us? And that's what it all boils down to. And I'm starting to honestly think, doing it long enough as far as like, with the eBay, with the reseller news and Let's Talk eBay, when I look at the low counts, I say to myself, why am I wasting my time? I waste literally a half a day creating videos that I get small views on them. So why do I even make a concerted effort to do these things, to share this information with people who I think are interested in e-commerce? Half of them don't even watch it. Out of 916 subscribers, now unless they turn the bell notification icon on, you're going to tell me out of 916 subscribers what I have, I only get 4 or 8 views on certain videos? Come on. People might say, well, maybe you got bad thumbnails, or maybe the topics you're talking about are not of interest. Okay, that's fine. It's understandable. And that's why I'm making changes to my YouTube channel. If I do tutorials on like the software I use, the videoing software, that's going to take some time because I can't go brushing through that stuff like that really quick. But as far as the reseller news, if I still do that and Let's Talk eBay, I am going to cut those segments down like in half. Let's say it should be 30 minutes. I'll make it 15 minutes. And I'll cap it off at 15. Because I'll be honest with you, folks, for me, for all the work I put into it, hours on end with this, and all I get is small views, 2 views, 4 views on some of my videos, some 7, 8, whatever. It's not worth it. The view count is so small. I mean, why should I waste my time? So there are going to be changes to the channel. I don't know if anybody on this podcast is subscribed to my channel, Richard J. Passini. I don't know if you do listen to my podcast. I don't know if anybody listens, to be honest with you, but I'm doing it anyway. This is episode 8. I'm going to still keep producing. I'm going to still keep producing videos. Okay, I'm still going to be producing videos, no doubt about it. I'm not going to let it deter me. I just going to have to either do more research on how I'm creating these videos, and I got a lot to learn. I got a lot more to learn. Like somebody once said, a YouTube creator, he said, starting a YouTube channel is not a sprint; it's a marathon. When you think about all the millions of people out there uploading videos every day, right this very minute, from all over the world, different parts of the world, they're uploading videos. I am just one of many fish in the sea. Seriously. But I got to say this, though, with all honesty. If you are deciding to start a YouTube channel, I will say this. It's free to start. And people always will ask sometimes, well, geez, what do I talk about? What am I going to have create a YouTube channel for? What am I going to do? Talk about? You know what I tell people? I say, find your talents. We all have talents, and we all have passions. This is what I tell people. If you're an artisan, or let's say a painter, you're an artist, you know how to paint, teach people how to paint. Are you a cook? Do you know how to cook food, or whatever? You're a chef, whatever. You like to, teach people how to cook. Have a cooking channel. Yeah, but there's 1,000 cooking channels. Well, you'll be 1,001. Listen, folks, if we all sat here in our backsides here, and just sit here and worry about or think about what how many channels there are on one particular topic or whatever. We won't have. We'll be sitting here from now till doomsday, twiddling our thumbs here, while other people are passing us up, starting channels. If you're not going to start it, somebody else is. Yeah. Are there a lot of cooking channels out there? I'm sure there are. Are there carpenters out there that, are there people out there that know how to do woodwork? Let's say you're a carpenter. You want to teach people how to build. Are there going to be a lot of other thousands of other people out there doing this? Absolutely. Why not? But is that supposed to deter you? Are you supposed to say, geez, no, I can't do that. There's a thousand bakers out there, cooks or painters. I can't do that job. I can't start a channel like that. You keep putting that in your mind. The battle's been already won before it was lost, before it was even fought. Folks, you got one life to live. Okay? Live your life, enjoy it, do the things that make you happy in life, because we're all going to walk this path once. I thought about the same thing. There was one point I thought about, because I was losing subscribers. It seems like I couldn't hold on to them. And I thought the other day, a couple of days ago, I thought about it. I was looking at the analytics. I said, my God, this is pathetic. And then I said to myself, maybe I should just close the channel up and give up. But I said, no, 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 no. I'm not doing that. I'm not a quitter. I'm not a pessimist. I'm an optimist. I'm in this here for the long haul. I'm going to stick with this here. I don't care if my YouTube channel goes down to 0. Okay? I'm still going to be doing what I love to do, which is create videos. I'm going to share information with people. I'm going to try to help people out through the internet, because that's one of my dreams in life and my goals, is to help people out. If I can't help them monetarily, which I can't, maybe I can help them with my own experiences and share my talents and skills with other people. But I am not, and I repeat, I am not going to quit my YouTube channel, close out my account. And just like I'm not going to give up on eBay. Not going to happen. I've been on eBay for over 20 years, and I started my YouTube channel back in, I think, 2013, I think it was, I believe. So I got some years in here, 9 years maybe, whatever, or 8 years, 9 years, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. I know I racked up 1,358 videos so far, but that doesn't mean nothing. You could have 1,000,000 videos. If nobody's watching them, it doesn't mean anything. See, I want people to watch my videos, and I want them to get a takeaway from it. That's why we say, when I put a video out there, I always say to people, the most important thing with my YouTube videos is when I'm talking about a specific topic or whatever, is that your potential subscriber, get a takeaway from it. That's the most important thing. You need to get a takeaway from it. If you don't get a takeaway from it, it makes me feel like I'm not doing my job. But now it's going to be different. I'm not going to be doing the stuff like I used to. I'm not going to be making videos an hour long, if I am, I will give people a heads up and talk a little about give a little intro as to why it's going to take that long. But for the most part, I am not going to be doing videos like that long. I'm going to be changing the content around. Like I said, I might be talking about the video software, the software I used to create my videos. I might talk about it, do it yourself, or how-to videos. I'm going to keep it an open forum, and I'm going to talk about basically, anything and everything that comes to my mind that I feel that's going to be beneficial to help people out. So that's how it's going to change. That's the change going forward. Okay. No more formal introductories. The reseller news, I might do it, but on a different level there. And the same thing with the Let's Talk eBay. I probably won't be doing those anymore right now. As of now, I could change my mind later on and say, no, I'm going to still do them. But as of now, I'm not going to go that route. But for the most part, I'm going to stick to it. And that's all she wrote. Now, I'm coming down. I only get a half hour on this here, so I'm coming down to the seconds here. I just want to say in closing, if you guys, haven't checked out my eBay listings, I'm just going to throw this out really quick. You could check it out. Just go to Shop RJ Pacini for great deals on eBay. Well, Shop RJ Pacini for great deals. And my YouTube channel, if you want to check it out, it's just type in the search there, Richard J. Pacini. That's my thing, and you'll see all the videos I have over there. So that'd be great. And if you like anything, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. And if you do buy anything off of me, off of eBay, I have a lot of stuff that has best offers. I've been accepting a lot of best offers, so check that out if you get a chance. It's shop-rjpacini-for-great-deals. And again, I want to thank Anchor for letting me host this here, this video. Thank you again.